Hello and welcome to the Microphotonics Imaging Laboratory here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We're happy to have you with us today. Each month we're going to be going through some new tips and tricks videos to help you get the most out of your SkyScan micro CT instrument. Let's go ahead and jump into this month's tip. Hello and welcome to another installment of the Microphotonics Tip of the Month series. Today we're going to be talking about another filter within our CT analyzer image filtering options. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the median filter this month. So let's go ahead and take our familiar SAN dataset and move into custom processing. So why do we filter images? As you might recall, sometimes when you do a really fast scan or you have a really dense sample, you can end up with some specular noise in your data set and some irregularities in terms of the pixel coloration within your images, which can affect your segmentation. So segmentation is key for how we do our volumetric analysis within CT Analyzer, and it's how we segment one phase from another within our data set. So anything we can do to clean up the segmentation process will help us have more accurate results in the end. So we've previously talked about a number of other filters. Today we're going to be talking about the median filter. So let's go ahead and open up our filtering menu, and we're going to move to the median filter. As you recall, we can either look at a square kernel surrounding each central pixel, or we can look at a round kernel. More information on these differences can be found in the documentation that goes along with this tip. And finally, we can set a radius. So for how many pixels away from the central pixel that's being filtered do we want to apply this filter? So in general, the median filter is nonlinear and is therefore slower than the Gaussian or mean filters, which we've already talked about. However, it is good at preserving edges, but it does lose some fine details. So what does this look like in practice? Let's go ahead and apply a median filter, square kernel, radius of 1, and see what looks like on our data set. So we see that the images are well preserved, and in fact, the grains look pretty good as well. So what's going on here is that the central pixel in our 1 pixel radius from our pixel to be filtered is being recorded, and then each of these values are added up, and we find the median value of all the pixels touching the central pixel, and that value is then assigned to the central pixel. So as we make this value higher and higher, let's move to something like 2. We see that we're getting more and more blurring of the fine details within our sample grains. So if we move to 4, we see that we've basically lost all of the little pores that were in here. If I undo and go back to raw, we see this granule has specifically had a lot of pores. By over-filtering, we lose those fine details. However, if we do look at the borders of each grain, we see that even when we're applying a strong filter at a value of 4, we're really not seeing too big of changes at the borders of our grains. And so this is why sometimes a median filter would be a good choice if we really want to preserve our edges and we aren't as worried about fine details inside the data set. I hope this has been helpful for you in understanding the purpose of the median filter, and we look forward to continuing our discussion in the next installment of the Microphotonics Tip of the Month series.
Hello. Thank you for watching this installment of our video Tip of the Month. At Microphotonics, we strongly believe that the research you do changes the world, and we're happy to support you in your efforts through these videos, through our advanced training courses, and our annual workshops. Through these efforts, we strive to make sure that you are getting the most from your Bruker Micro CT machine. If you have any questions on this video or any other questions, feel free to give us a call or send us an email. Thank you again, and have a good day.